I'm Mishima Yuki, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast, home of the second biggest group of Phantom Thieves ever. The first being me. Keck.
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. Joining my party today is Taylor Hoyt. Hey, Taylor.
Hey, what up?
What up, man? How's everything?
Things are good. It was a nice long Thanksgiving weekend. I actually took those 2 days off and had a nice Lord of the Rings marathon.
Nice.
And I haven't watched those movies in a long time, and I am shocked at how well they hold up. Or not shocked. I mean, they were always great, but I was just like, man, these are really good movies, you know?
It's hard to say. It's like, wow, this was made in like 1999, 2001. It doesn't seem like that. That was almost 20 years ago it was being made. And it still looks great.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the CG is like, it's good, but it's like on the cusp of being like amazing. Like you can tell when it's CG or, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. But man, like the details in the armors and the environment and just like the storytelling, you just care about everybody. I don't know. Yeah, we watched all of Two Towers and all of Return of the King, both the extended editions. Because we had recently watched it or something, or I just really wanted to watch Two Towers because I love Helm's Deep. That's a cool fight.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah, there was that.
Sorry, didn't meet last week's podcast. We
tired.
Oh my gosh, we were swamped. Like every day, I was just like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to rest and sit on my butt and do nothing. And then I started feeling sick, and then I had to prepare for like cooking and everything. It was very stressful.
Yeah, your brother Brian was telling me you smoked one, or you did like a barbecue turkey or something, or you sent the pictures. But
oops, yeah, I smoked the turkey. My YouTube went up and it's blocking you.
No good.
There you go. That's what I wanted.
How was that? Tasted all right?
Oh yeah, it was good. It was spicy. I like the spiciness.
Oh, nice. So was that the turkey for everybody, or did you guys have like two turkeys or something?
No, it was the turkey for everyone.
Wow, nice.
So, big
responsibility.
Yeah, I know. Because it was supposed to be my turkey, and then my dad was supposed to do his own turkey, but he decided just to get some turkey breasts and cook it himself.
Oh, okay.
Cook a turkey breast meal. It wasn't really like a typical turkey. I'm like, Dad, I was supposed to be the backup. I wasn't supposed to be in one. He's like, don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, Brian said he liked it, so it must have turned out good.
It is good. It was good. Hopefully, everyone else's Thanksgiving was fun. Even though if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, hopefully your last week was nice and fun.
Yeah.
It was nice because it finally felt like fall because it started raining here.
Yeah, I've heard you had a lot of bad weather warning with the fires and stuff. Has it kind of calmed down a little bit?
I mean, smoky, hazy. It was like smoky. It looked like Silent Hill, as you said. I just remembered at night, since I work early in the morning, so it's still like night out when I drive home to work.
Yeah.
I look at all the lights, and you just see like this smoke just like floating through the lights. It's moving, and I'm like, yeah, it's Silent Hill right now.
That's so funny. I saw there was a tweet I retweeted a few weeks back. There was like a meme going on where it's like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. And it's like, when there's fog outside, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. It was like Silent Hill.
Well, Silent Hill's fog is supposed to actually be smoke, so that makes more sense.
Oh, it's not fog. Interesting.
In Silent Hill 1, at least.
Got it.
It's ash is falling through the sky. All right. Lots of JRPG news.
Yes, some combinations of big and small, but so why don't you read the first couple, and then I'm going to take the last one just because I don't think you really care.
You're really excited for that one?
I am.
Record of Agarest War marriage. It's not spelled correctly, but it's spelled like marriage. It's coming to the West for PC in early 2019. Apparently, that's a PSP game that never came to the West, and now it's coming to
that's a
PC.
Nippon Ichi game, right?
I think so.
Record of Agarest War.
It's a
PSP RPG. DF Factory. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, Idea Factory is just pumping games out, man. Like I know we in the last podcast we talked about all those games that they announced coming out west. They are just pumping stuff out.
And they're bringing old ones back to the west too. Okay, so it looks like there's waifus. So begin the story as the first generation protagonist, Rain, where the players will have the chance to choose from various bachelorettes. The story paths will change. The story's path will change depending on which girl you choose. The story extends through 2 generations, with each new protagonist inheriting stats and abilities from their parents.
Huh.
And I think that's like the record of Agarest War's gimmick. It's always like that. I'm not 100% about that, but I think it's always like you have multiple generations.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I've never played him. That's an interesting move to re-release a PSP game.
Okay,
but
I just up close and personal. The unification system allows players to unlock special interactive CGs when reaching a certain heart level with your love interest. So this is very visual novelty. The higher the heart levels, the more intimate the experience. Okay, so you get to have fun with your spouses.
Interesting. Okay.
Different classes, and custom kawaii outfits. All right.
I love custom kawaii outfits.
All right.
Can never get enough of them.
So
is that something you have any interest in?
I don't know.
That's a no. There's too much stuff coming out in early 2019. That game just doesn't have a prayer. So
I mean, it's not. I don't know. Oh, early 2019. I mean, I gotta spread out. You know, I want to spread out. Talk about all the JRPGs that are coming out, and I'll probably maybe get this one of these days.
So here's the thing about like from January to March, like there is just enough time to play all the games because it's like the 11th is Vesperia, and then if the date is to be believed, I think the next week Cold Steel Kai comes out. And then
First one.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is 29th. And then 2 weeks later is Etrian Odyssey. And then there's something else, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there's like
And Cold Steel 2 comes out in March.
In March, yeah. So there's just a good. If you'll never be for wanting next year, that's for darn sure.
At the beginning, at least. We don't know what the ends.
I feel like there's just going to be such a backlog created because there's so many games. Because it's like not only that, but like there are other games that both of us are going to play. Like I don't know about you, but I really want to play the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then if it doesn't get delayed and if it pans out, I'm waiting for reviews. But Anthem looks good. I know you're not. You kind of have said that you don't want to play all the games, but that Metro Exodus kind of looks like your type of game. Have you seen anything about that?
I've played Metro before, and it's not my type of game.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So it never hooked me. So
okay.
And then when I saw the new one, still hasn't looked like they've shown real gameplay yet. Like
that one looked like a CG gameplay thingy.
The first gameplay revealed was like, "Is the gameplay revealed?" I'm like, "No, it's not. This is totally fake. It's totally fake. It's so obviously fake."
Yeah.
But yeah. I think the only Western game I'm looking forward to is Resident Evil 2.
That's a Japanese game.
Well, okay. Non-JRPG.
Oh, okay.
And then Doom 2, Doom Eternal.
Is that coming out next year? Is that supposedly coming out in 2019?
It should be.
Okay.
They didn't really give a release window at all. So they just like, here's Doom Eternal. Cool, isn't
Probably like next fall would be my guess.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I just want to, DMC 5, Sekiro, Days Gone, also come out.
All those, nope. DMC, maybe.
That should be fun. I think that'll be a fun game. Yep. So anyway, that's that. And then Fire Emblem is to be determined, but that's a spring game at some point.
I mean, if anything, Record of Agarest War Marriage is going to be... I'm going to get that too. You know,
Game of the year.
Game of the year.
Even though it's a re-release.
Yeah. A game we never got, though. So, the next news... Atelier Lulua launches March 20th in 2019 in Japan. So
yeah. And did you watch that trailer, by the way?
I did. It's very cutesy.
So I have at least like at a distance paid attention to all these games. That visually is a noticeable upgrade.
Is it?
I think. To me, at least, there's like more detail and the lighting is better or something. I mean, it's still those same reused animations and stuff, and the art style is similar, but that looks, to me, like fidelity-wise, it looks better. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it's Verona's daughter, so
it's an Atelier game.
There you go. That's what you got to say. So, do you think we're going to be getting this one probably at the end of next year?
I haven't been keeping track of what the release gap between those games are. So if March, April, May, June. That sounds like maybe like a July game or something.
Wait. I just read it. In North America and Europe, it's going to launch for PS4, Switch, and PC in spring 2019.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
So probably March, April, May. Probably in May would be, I think, a safe bet.
Man, so much stuff I need to get to. I need to, once this holiday season passes by, it's gonna be relaxing, working on videos, playing games. It's gonna be fun.
Is there are there any games that you're trying to finish up before the end of the year, or is it kind of that's not out yet that you're gonna buy?
Actually, I'm not 100% sure. I don't really know. Let's talk about that after the news, because I actually want to get into that.
Sure.
So the next one, Super Robot Wars T is coming to Asia in English in 2019. So that means people who want to play the new Super Robot Wars that are really hard to get, like no one, like these are really hard, they never come out in English, is actually getting an English release.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like a, what do I call it? It's like all this anime and game giant robot animes and games are in like one world and they fight each other. So it's like the ultimate mecha fan fest.
Nice.
So
that's kind of cool.
I haven't really played them all, so I can't really talk about them. So I'm sorry if I'm like butchering this game, but that's what whenever I see gameplay of it, that's what it looks like. I see like Gundams fighting like people from like Macross and stuff like that. It's really interesting.
Yep, that's basically what I know of that as well.
I think I have one actually. Let me see. I want to see something real quick. Am I gonna get? No, I can walk off. I'm gonna walk off real quick.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm getting cut off on the head. Oh God.
Hello, people. Nick is getting the thing. How are you?
Yeah, I do have it.
Doing well. Nice.
Yeah, it's Super Robot Taijin. Don't know.
Oh, for the DS.
Yeah, from the DS.
Okay.
I don't know how I have it, but I do. It has that. You remember in Project Cross Zone, the cowboy guy and the girl with the red hair and the huge boobs?
It's them?
Yeah, she's in this.
Got it.
So, I haven't played this, but I saw it at GameStop. I'm like, this is an Atlas game. Okay, gotta buy it.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Let's go do the next. Okay, this is pretty much the big news. Okay, this is what it could be. Big news. It could be completely nothing. Which I don't know. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
The Tales of Series 23rd anniversary broadcast, Tales Room 2008, is set for December 8th. So next week. It's next week or next weekend?
Yeah,
next weekend. Next week. No. Yeah, next weekend.
Yeah, next Saturday. Yeah.
We'll all be playing Super Smash Brothers, but they're gonna have this stream, and we don't know what's gonna happen. It's set. They say, I don't know. Let me see. I got the thing. Bankai will host a Tales series anniversary broadcast called Tales Room. Here's an overview of the broadcast. On December 15th, 2018, the Tales series that began with the release of Tales of Fantasia, and on December 15th, 1995 will celebrate its 23rd anniversary, thanks to a long-standing support of its fans. The Tales Room 2018 web broadcast that celebrates the Tales series anniversary will welcome the 23rd anniversary together with the series voice actors, fans. Also will deliver the latest information from several content currently in development.
That's extremely vague.
Vague, yes. So, this could either mean they're finally going to announce the new, or tease the new Tales game. And this time it's not going to be like, a new Tales game is being made, like in the Tales Festival. It's going to be like an actual teaser. Or we're going to be completely disappointed and they're just going to show up a bunch of mobile stuff and show off Tales of Krystoria again.
I doubt it. Like, if they're reuniting, like, old voice actors and stuff, I don't know. I feel like this is leading to... I think the time is right. Because Berseria in Japan came out in 2016, right? Mm-hmm. Because it came out early 2017 in the States. So that'll be three-ish years, since the last one.
It's crazy.
We're due, because, I mean, like, they were coming out, like, every year and a half. And it showed, so...
Yeah, it definitely showed. It felt like I was playing Atelier games, But
I feel like they're like a tier above that, but like they definitely needed to cook longer. Like that video I made, like people were mad at it, but like the sales just slowly whittled down, and so they need something to like reinvigorate people. Whatever I don't know what that is. Better story, dated visuals, going back to 2D combat system, according to Nick.
That would be amazing, because that is the best Tales battle system. Fight me on it. People are saying, since it's an amalgamation of different voice actors from different games, that they're going to announce a new Tales of the World game.
That'd be interesting.
Which is like, those games where it has all the
like those fighting game things, right? Yeah.
No, it's not a fighting game. It's an RPG, but you create a character and then you have Tales characters from like every game as your party members.
Oh, huh.
So that's what it's all about. We're probably never gonna get it, because we never get Tales of the World for some reason. We didn't get the last one for the 3DS, which wasn't really a Tales game. It was like an SRPG game. Do you remember that?
I don't. I mean, I obviously remember Project Crossum, but I don't remember that. But I trust you. I trust that it's real. And they might finally show off Tales of Destiny HD Remaster. That'd be nice.
Collection Remaster, They do. The world will end. I'll never play it because I'll die from a heart attack. And yeah. Sucks. I'll be happy if even if it's not in English, because I could play that game all the time, and I could finally easily play it without doing all this stupid stuff with my PS2 to play it on the PS4. Great.
That would be nice.
What is your... the heck? What is your hope?
For that Tales thing?
Mm-hmm.
That they show, even if it's a teaser trailer, something of the next Tales game. That's the only thing I care about at this point.
That's all I want.
I like Tales of the World is like fine. I mean, I've never played them, so I have no investment in that. I don't play the mobile games. I don't want a fighting game. So just show me what you got.
An Arc System fighting game. Not gonna happen, but you could dream.
No, I think they're too big time now after Dragon Ball Fighters. They're just, no offense to Tales, but
no, that's gonna be it. It's coming.
It's coming in my dream.
All right, Taylor. So the next part of news, you want to talk about this?
Yes. So I've been talking about this Granblue Fantasy PS4 JRPG with, by Platinum for a long time. And today there was a trademark. So Cygames has trademarked Granblue Fantasy Relink in Japan, which includes the name and the logo. And on December 15th and 16th is Granblue Fantasy Fest 2018, which is Cygames' yearly, essentially the Tales Festival for Granblue Fantasy, where they announce stuff for the mobile game. And they've already said they're going to share more information about Relink, which is, like I said, the PS4 game. So I think this is an indicator that we're going to get lots of information, possibly a new trailer, some new gameplay, and possibly some kind of release date. They've already said they're going to localize it in English, so even if they don't publish it in the West, there will be an English version. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. I want to see what they got. They've been working on this game a long time, so I think they're due.
Okay, so I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Okay.
They show the game, and it looks nothing like what we first saw.
I would be shocked. What would it look like then?
It will be like totally like the animations won't be as crisp or won't be as nice. The visuals won't be as crisp. It'll look like 7 out of 10 generic JRPG stuff.
It won't.
How would you feel?
It won't.
How would you feel though? I know, but how would you feel?
Here's the thing. I would be bummed because something very wrong happened for that to have happened. Because like here is my like, if we want to talk about lowest expectation, it needs to look at least as good as Nier Automata, which was Platinum's last game. And it's like the typical Platinum style of characters, which I don't really care for, but everything from there's only been 2 trailers of this game, and it's the Granblue like character art style, and it's a lot crisper, a lot more bright colors. So that's
something that Platinum hasn't gone very anime style, I think.
Yeah, I mean the closest they ever got was that Legend of Korra game, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was cool, but I genuinely believe, this is my prediction. I know we'll probably never make good on this, but I think Cygames is going to be a huge force to be reckoned with on next gen, because they worked on a Zone of the Enders VR game, and they said they want to make another one. They're doing this game with Platinum, and they have another game called Project Awakening, which is, if you look at it, it looks like a next gen game. It doesn't look like a PS4 game. So they already have, like, they're getting their feet wet. So I think people need to look out for these guys.
So do you think Granblue Fantasy is going to become the next Fate/Go?
No, they're not as.
Is it going to become that? Is it going to grow into that where it's like super crazy and going to have all these fan service games and gotcha games on the phones and stuff like that?
I mean, that's how it started. It started as a gotcha game, so it's already has that, and there's an anime. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't know much about the world. Like, I don't know about the story. I don't know. It seems like a very wholesome game from what I can tell. There are girls in bikinis and whatever, but it's not to the level of Fate fan service from what I can tell. And I just found out today that Nobuo Uematsu is doing the score for this game.
Nobuo Uematsu.
So
some JonTron right there.
Yeah. So, and I say that being excited, but like, I feel like he hasn't really put anything out of note in a really long time. So I don't know if having his name attached really means anything anymore, but like, it's just cool that he's on it. So
maybe he's gonna come back and with vengeance, and it's gonna create like one of the greatest soundtracks of all time.
I'm hoping, because the actual soundtrack for the mobile game, I've heard bits and pieces, and it's awesome. So if it's anywhere close to that, I'll be excited. So
we're excited about the new Granblue game. It's getting trademarked. Is there going to be when's that Cygames Fest or whatever?
December 15th and 16th.
All right. So we're going to have a lot of news or not
in the next couple weeks. Well, also, I know you don't care about this, but next Thursday, I think it's Thursday or Friday, is the Game Awards. And they typically have a bunch of announcements. Not usually JRPGs, but they're buddy-buddy with Nintendo. So if we're lucky, we might see something of Fire Emblem. So you never know.
We're going to see gameplay of Bayonetta 3.
Probably.
They announced it there.
They did announce it there, yeah. Bayonetta 3, I think it's a lock that they're going to show that new Aliens game.
And they're going to show off that Super Mario Battle Royale mode. It's coming out.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
You don't know what Battle Royale games are?
No, I know what it is, but that just kind of came out of nowhere.
It's because everything's a Battle Royale game. You know they just announced Halo Battle Royale?
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what Halo Infinite is?
I think so. I don't know 100%. I saw YouTube videos saying someone reacts to this Halo Battle Royale thing. It could be completely fake. I haven't looked it up yet, but it wouldn't put it past the Halo guys to make that.
Wow.
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 But yeah, there's like, stay tuned for the next couple weeks because there should be a couple juicy pieces of news. And another thing,
hopefully,
that don't sleep on this. So, obviously PlayStation bowed out of PSX this year. Kind of Funny is doing this little stream called the Kind of Funny Games Showcase, and they're doing like a press conference. And they've said they have some big developers. Now, they could just be saying that to get people to watch, but you never know. There might be something cool that comes out of that. So,
is it coming? Is that happening around what PSX was going to come out?
Yeah, I think that's whatever that Saturday is. So, let me check. So that's December 8th. Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so lots of end of the year announcements. Stay tuned. Lots of good news. Gonna be exciting.
It's gonna be exciting because on this Saturday we're gonna see MechWarrior 5. Next week is gonna be Smash Brothers and Tales news and that Kind of Funny games thing. And the next week is Sci-Fest. We're either gonna be completely disappointed, or we're gonna be yes, awesome.
Now here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna show a lot of teasers, and you're gonna be like, Taylor, don't get hyped. It's just a trailer. Just don't pay attention. Have no expectations. Don't even get excited because it could be trash. That's what's gonna happen. Because they're gonna show that aliens thing. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, it looks amazing. It's gonna be like this open world shooter thing.
And then I'm gonna be like, Taylor, it's gonna come out. It's gonna look like shit. It's not gonna be like this. All that's gameplay. I don't care, Nick. Let me be hyped.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
gonna have that exact conversation in like 2 weeks. So
yeah,
stay tuned.
Are you actually gonna be in town for that?
Oh, I am. Yeah. So no, because I'm flying in the 13th. Actually, I would just barely miss the recording. But yeah, I'll be there from the 13th to the 29th. So I'll be there for at least 2 episodes to record. And we got to get Connor. I'll be like, Connor, don't go anywhere. I'm going to be in town for a couple weeks. You got to get your butt over and record some episodes with us.
All right.
Got to tell him. On a completely unrelated note, they recently announced a Professor Layton Nendo, and I'm very excited about that. Just want to throw that out there.
He's excited about that Nendo.
It looks really weird because he's got his little like beady eyes, and I'm like, that looks really weird for a Nendo, but I don't care. I'm gonna buy it whenever it comes out in like 2 years from now because Nendos take forever.
It's true, they do. They don't come
Dude,
out.
I bought often. My roll that I bought. It literally took me a month to ship here. They take forever from Ami Ami.
Oh, Ami Ami, yeah.
But it was cheaper. It was like $10 cheaper. So whatever. It just sits there, so it was worth the wait. I'm gonna show it off.
Show it off
for the viewers at home. There goes Rush. Here's cute little roll, and here's Rush.
Why is Rush so tiny?
I don't know. That's how Nendo accessories are. Everybody's tiny. All right. Anyway,
here's my Taiga. It's broken.
Why'd you break it?
I didn't. The stand broke. I gotta get some glue and fix it.
Oh, okay.
But she didn't break. The stand did.
I see.
But, yeah. So it's like we've been busy and we haven't been playing so many JRPGs. So that's why I haven't been doing what we've been playing.
Yeah, I've just been chipping away at Dragon Quest 11, like hour here, hour there, nothing too crazy.
I'm kind of like defrosting or whatever from JRPGs for a little bit because January is going to be crazy.
Yeah,
January's going to be intense.
So you know what I found? Here's a good recommendation. What do you have any JRPGs that you haven't gotten rid of that you don't like?
No.
You don't have a single game you don't like. Every game you have.
Granblue Extreme.
Okay. So what you should do is play Granblue Extreme in December. So that way you're like, God, this game's terrible, and everything after that will be amazing.
So I should stream Granblue Extreme. Granblue Extreme.
You don't have to stream it. I'm just saying play some bad JRPGs. So that way, when the good ones come out, you'll be like, wow, this is like so much better than the crap I've been playing.
All right, I could play some Tales of Symphonia.
Oh. Nick, what would you do if during that Tales stream they announced Tales of Symphonia 3?
Okay, so about that, the Japanese voice actor for Lloyd is actually there. And people are like, voice actor for Lloyd's there? Tales of Symphonia 3? I'm like, no!
Well, he wasn't in the second one, right? It was a totally different cast of characters or something.
I think Lloyd was in there, but I don't know, as a side character.
What was it called? Like Dawn of the New World or something like that? Tales of Symphonia Dawn of the New World?
It's over there. What does it say? It says the collection.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Look it up.
Keep talking.
It was for the Wii, and it failed miserably.
Just like your face. Yep, Tales of Symphonia Dawn of the New World. Yep. I was correct.
You were correct. But yeah. I've just been playing easy games like what Maddie's been playing.
Yeah,
been into a lot of
playing a lot of Overwatch.
I've been playing Overwatch, and I started playing some HOTS.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But not with Maddie, just with coworkers whenever they want to. I can't. They don't stay up late because we all work in the morning. So
right.
It's like our gaming time ends at like 5. And it's like, okay, we gotta go to bed now, guys.
Pretty much.
That's how it is. But yeah, I need to beat Torna. I'm torn about it, and
it's short though. You shouldn't be able to knock that out in like a couple days.
I know. I'm in. Yeah, I need to focus. I'm in Gramati, and it makes me want to freaking. I want to do everything, but I'm like, I should just go straight through the quest and make. Well,
so here's the problem. You
need
probably
community.
Have to. Yeah, you have to. I think you have to get it to 3 or 4. I want to say it's 4. So you probably are going to end up doing everything anyway. So, I mean, I think when I beat the game, I was at like 17 hours, so it's not that long. But yeah.
I'll get to it. I just need to get down. Just shut myself off from the world and play some Torna. And then I gotta play The World Ends With You, and then I gotta finish Dragon Quest 11, and then I gotta do this, and then I gotta do that, and then it's
life is so hard.
I know. Remember when Grandia 1 and 2 were gonna come out at the end of the year? They're not.
That's funny. There was also supposed to be this game. A bunch of games got delayed.
No. I was like, do you remember Code Vein?
I do. That game's coming out in February, I believe.
So that's another game in the beginning of the year. That
you mean play. Anime Dark Souls?
No, don't say it. We can't say anything's Dark Souls anymore because what did they say? That someone said Spyro was the Dark Souls of platformers. And like, stop, game journalists, stop. Just because it's hard, it doesn't mean it's Dark Souls.
I know, it's such a terrible crutch.
It's like the Dark Souls of shooters.
It's like the Dark Souls of Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, Demon Souls is like the Dark Souls of Demon Souls.
Got him.
It's like that commercial where they said Far Cry 3 was Skyrim with guns. I'm like,
not even close, but it was a good game.
And that's what I did for my stream for the longest time. It was when we were playing what's it called? PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I would say PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, it's like Skyrim with guns. I always thought that was the stupidest term. It's like, who said that? They deserve to die.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to like the one topic that we could talk about.
All right,
we've got one here. It's like, which JRPG do you would want to see get a live action movie? Or you don't really want to see it get a live action movie because that would usually mean that's gonna fail and it's gonna be awful. But if there was a live action movie, which JRPG would you want what again?
The one that immediately comes to my mind is Nier Automata, just because the setting is so weird and creepy, and it's just like so like I just feel like the atmosphere would translate really well to a movie, and like the themes are like really weird and creepy and like dark. I don't know.
Okay, you need to wheel back. You need to remember this is for the dumb popcorn eating masses.
Well, I don't care. This is for me. I don't care about the dumb popcorn eating masses. This is for me.
All right.
I don't give a shit about the masses.
Everyone's like, "What am I doing? What are they doing? Why is she wearing a blind? Why is she wearing a skirt? What's going on? She's hot. Get some more popcorn.
That would be my first recommendation. See, here's the thing, like,
it's hard to pick.
Well, no, like games are almost impossible to boil down into a single movie because it's 2.5 hours at most. You know, like I think I would almost want it to be like a Netflix series or something like that. Like a Nier Automata Netflix series would be amazing.
Yeah, they have to be series. They can't really be movies.
Yeah, because JRPGs are long, and you can't like imagine trying to fit like Final Fantasy VII story into 2 hours. Like that just doesn't work. So
you could fit it, and it could be like a trilogy. Like this is the first act, third act, second act is third act.
Even still, that'd be a challenge. Even if you made them all 3 hours, 9 hours is like that would be hard. I mean, a lot of that is.
I don't know. I don't know, Taylor. I think you could cut out a lot of that fat.
I mean, a lot of it's like combat and stuff, and yeah, or like some areas are shortened. Like you don't have to go through all the crazy stuff. But anyway. Yeah, that one. That's what immediately because I'm trying to think also of like a lot of JRPGs are stylized or video gamey, and so I'm trying to imagine translating that to. I remember getting our first taste with Detective Pikachu.
Oh my gosh!
It's gonna be amazing, Nick.
It's gonna. I predict it's gonna be awful, but it's gonna sell well though.
I predict that you're awful and that you're going to sell really well.
Thank you. But yeah, I have a feeling that's what's going to be a movie. It's a Hollywood movie, right?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu.
All right, so it's not like a Japanese company's making it. It's just Hollywood.
I mean, I think the Pokemon company is consulting on it. I don't really know much about the production, but yeah, it's Warner Brothers and Legendary Pictures, I think.
Interesting. You know what Legendary also worked on?
The Warcraft movie.
Yes.
And it was not great.
It was really good. It was good for people who knew Warcraft. That's it.
Where's Arthas? Give me World of Warcraft. Where's Illidan?
They showed Thrall at the end.
Where are these baby guys? Who gives a crap?
Who's cares?
The movie did really well in China. I'm surprised they haven't done a sequel or are not doing a sequel.
I think they want to. Just don't know how. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it was a decent movie. You just needed to know Warcraft lore, and as I said, you need to be appealed to the dumb movie-going masses, and they didn't, and that's what happens.
Yeah, you
have to make a movie. You have to put in someone called a protagonist, and someone who doesn't know what's going on to tell the story, but everyone knew what was going on. So I would think Grandia would make a good movie.
Interesting, just like the typical like childhood adventure type of story.
Yep, be a good. I think it would be a good like teenage movie for the kiddies.
That's not actually a bad idea.
I think Mega Man X would also make a really good movie.
Mega Man X. They've been talking about doing a live action Mega Man for a long time. I'm like, I don't know how you do like and not make it goofy.
It has to be goofy. The concept's goofy.
So what I'm really curious to see, so they're doing a live action meets CG Sonic movie. I am so curious to see what that looks like. It's gonna look so dumb.
That's very weird to think about. Really? Did you see that Uncharted short with Nathan Fillion as
I did.
As Nathan Drake?
Yeah, that was interesting.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was well made.
It's like, this is how you make an Uncharted movie.
I wonder if that's why they shot it. It was like a pitch. It's like, hey, here's the thing. People like it.
It's a fan film, yeah.
That's another one that they haven't done in a while. They had talked about doing a Last of Us movie, and just nothing has happened with that.
I think that trend has ended. Everyone would be like, "Oh, look, another zombie movie."
Yeah, because that was like at the peak when Walking Dead was really popular. Because like Last of Us came out 2012, 2013. Yeah, it was 2013 because I remember it was the same year PS4 came out. It was June of 2013. Yeah. Yep.
That was a fun game.
It was. 2's coming out next year, probably.
It's coming out when the PS5's coming out, dude.
Yeah, we'll just remaster it.
Yeah, I think it's better. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is gonna be a movie.
Okay.
It'll be the ultimate Disney movie. Can you imagine Disney making a Kingdom Hearts movie?
That'd be pretty crazy. I'm surprised they didn't put Sora. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm surprised they didn't put Sora in Ralph Breaks the Internet.
They didn't put Sora anywhere. They were like, get this weeb shit out of my Disney, you know? That's probably what's going on.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what else. Let me think of some other JRPG, some good.
I'm just looking at my wall. Tokyo Xanadu would make a good anime.
It would. I would love a Tokyo Xanadu anime. That'd be awesome. As long as it's, good. And not terrible, like, no offense, Maddie, the Persona 5 anime.
You don't like it?
I watched, I feel like it doesn't add anything. Like, unlike with Persona 4, it made it funnier. It gave Yu Narukami a character, and I don't know, it just did some different things with it, but this one was just a straight up, like, here's this scene, here's this scene, here's this scene. It's like, okay, it's fine. I don't know.
You don't know. You gotta watch it when the English voices come out.
Yeah, that might help.
What else is there? There's a lot. A Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town movie.
Dude, can you imagine a Harvest Moon anime? That would be amazing. I'd love that.
Like every episode is like a day, like a funny event that happens during like a certain week. It's like it's like there's this harvest goddess. I gotta find her in this. I like this adventure to find the harvest goddess.
And he brings a bush to the pink hair girl. Oh wow, thank you.
It's a harem.
That'd be amazing.
It's a harem, so every girl likes him, and he has to choose at the end. That would be hilarious.
It'd be amazing.
Oh, Harvest Moon Man, please go out with me. Make it super lewd.
No, it's a wholesome show, Nick. It's a wholesome show. Okay.
Just making it.
No looting, okay?
No looting.
No looting.
No looting. Looting. No looting.
You can't loot the Harvest Moon.
Speaking of anime, have you been watching some?
We're
gonna go to anime now because it's just a little short on JRPG news. We talked about the news already.
The one show that I have been keeping up with regularly has been Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Same here.
Which is a very interesting show. Has really good characters. That's what that show does really well. It's anime in that it takes these concepts and does weird stuff with them. Like, I don't know how to describe it without spoiling a show. But a lot of
it's like the first
metaphysical things happen.
Yeah, like
that you can't explain.
The first episode and like the concepts, like, what? This is a weird. It's like it just seems like a typical anime, and then it turns on its head, and it turns into like a very serious anime. I like it. I like the characters. I like what's happening.
Yeah,
I like the main character. The main character who's so aloof and doesn't care about anything, and he just he says what's on his mind.
But he's very witty too. That's what I like about him, is that he'll say things. He's just like, I'm just saying what I'm thinking, but I'm being witty about it. I don't really care if you're gonna slap me or whatever. I don't know. He's also
very nice.
He is, yeah. Him and Mai, who's the bunny girl, their dialogue is just amazing. Their banter is really good. I like it. But basically, there are like these mini arcs within the show, and they're like centered around. It's like somebody's personal problem manifested in like a magical way. I guess if that makes sense.
They call it adolescence syndrome, But
Yeah.
I think Japanese calls it puberty syndrome. So because if you look at the middle screen, it says puberty syndrome something. So
Yeah, I was researching this a little bit, and apparently, it's like bad manners if you can't read the room in Japanese culture or something like that.
Mhm.
So I think the show centers around that theme and like plays on that. So like, I mean, this is the first episode. He meets the bunny girl, and not many people can see her, and she's like, "Oh, why can nobody see me?" And
that's the reason why she's wearing the bunny costume.
yeah, she's like, "Hello, can anybody see me? I'm wearing this really crazy outfit." And then it just kind of evolves from there, and you learn pretty quickly, why that's happening. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't watched it, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay. At the beginning, it gives you a date. I'm like, okay, so this whole season is going to be catching up to that date. No, it catches up to that date in like the third episode. Like that arc ends really quick, and then it goes to another arc.
Yeah, exactly. There's like there's like 3-episode arcs, and they just go from one to the next. The one that just happened was really interesting. But yeah, that's the only one I've been watching. I've been rewatching the show called Gabrielle Dropout.
I still haven't finished that.
Have you seen it, or have you watched any of it?
I watched a couple of it. I remember the beginnings, like she was like the top ranking angel, and they graduate in her class, and then the moment she gets down to earth, she becomes a NEET.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the thing.
Yeah, so she's an angel. There's another angel in her class, and then there's 2 demons. But like one of the demons is really nice, and then the other one like is trying to be like, oh, I want to rule everything, but she sucks, and she also just wants to have friends, and it's cute. It's typical cute girls doing cute things comedy. So
okay, so this is what I watched.
Let
me see. This is what I watched in the past 3 weeks.
Okay.
Trying to see if I missed anything. No. So I've watched the first season of Seikano, How to Raise a Boy and Girlfriend, which I enjoyed a lot.
Okay.
I'm watching the second season now. I watched Myself Yourself, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, and Zombieland Saga. Oh yeah, and then I watched, because I want to watch a random silly anime, I watched My First Girlfriend is a Gal. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, My First Girlfriend, that was very interesting. Very fan servicey, I would say so myself.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they censor it though. Like the anime censor itself. It's really funny because I know it's like over the top. But it's very over the top silliness. People like the main character is kind of unlikable at the beginning. He's like an unlikable. He acts like a stupid virgin. It's like like thinks of everything like sex and everything like that. But then he like grows out of it within like the next 2 episodes. But he's still very awkward, socially awkward. It's funny. Myself Yourself starts off. Okay, you called this. You're like, I remember that show being very depressing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh really? Because it starts off really nice, slice of life anime, and then like the last 4 or 5 episodes, it just goes off the deep end and becomes super depressing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? Everything bad is happening. Like it was over the top bad. Stuff happening. Not bad like the anime was. This is over the top bad stuff happening. I don't want to like do everything, spoil anything. It's just like it's like one bad thing happens, and then this thing tops that bad thing, and the next thing tops this bad thing, and the next thing tops this bad thing. I'm like, what the heck? Like
Did
the last
you like
episode
it, though?
specifically. I did like it until like the last episode, and then I'm like, this is just weird. Like they went too far. But then I realized it was a visual novel game, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
That's
what happens. But I totally called the main character. Like I knew what happened to him, from the first like moment that it was hinted at. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what happened to this guy. Rascal does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. You said everything. It's fun to watch. It's totally out of left field. It's like you did not expect this. And Zombieland Saga is just funny. It's just silly idle anime.
Oh, okay. I think I might have to watch that. I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's silly. The concept is ridiculous. This guy has like raised these girls from the dead, and they became zombies. And they're girls from like every era, like a bunch of different eras in Japanese history.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm gonna make you into an idol group, and that's what's going on. And then like all these problems appear. Like the last episode, this like really unusual problem occurred, and it's like, oh yeah, that's what happened. And it was like very sad and happy at the same time.
Interesting.
But yeah, and now I gotta finish season 2 of How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. That's gonna be fun. And then I started a new game! Exclamation point.
Nice.
I think you've seen that one, right?
Yeah, that's the one with the purple pigtail girl.
Yeah.
Purple hair pigtail girl, and she's like an artist or whatever at a game developer.
She's going to game development. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the first season, and then the second season. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. It was just like more of the same. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I've got this.
it's fine.
So nice.
So,
Like,
sorry,
I've gotten the deep dive that I've started buying all the animes that I like.
he's planning for the Crunchyroll
physical
apocalypse
form.
in case
Yeah.
it ever goes down.
When Crunchyroll finally goes down.
Okay, so there is this show that everybody loves. They like rave about it, and I remember watching it, and I was like, I don't get this show. It's boring me. And so I tried watching it again. I watched 3 episodes, and the show is not for me. Have you ever watched Shirobako?
No.
It is
All right.
like super. Okay, so it's a show about what it's like to work at an anime studio. But the
Shirobako.
problem I have with it is that there's no like story, there's no character development, there's no like arc. It's just like things happen. It's just like, all right, well, we got to get it done. All right, well, let's go animate the thing. Okay, now let's go to the place and record the VO. Okay, now let's edit it. It's like there's no story, there's no funny moment. It's not funny. Like, I don't understand this show at all. Like,
All right. So you don't understand. I know this is a Taylor thing that you like. I don't get it. And everyone knows. So I'm gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna tell you about it.
and you're
I'll
gonna
give you my
you're gonna be
opinion.
like, wow, this show is really boring. I can't believe I agree with Taylor for once.
I wonder if that's gonna happen.
Fine, yeah, add it. You have to explain. So, from what I understand, it's like for people that want to know what it's like to work at an anime studio. It does not interest me. I don't care.
So what you're gonna do? I'm watching that. You're gonna watch Mysterious Girlfriend X.
I feel like I've watched that show. Is that the one with the drool or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I watched a couple episodes.
You're gonna finish it. I'm gonna make you finish it. And you'll be like, I feel weird.
Yeah, I've watched. It doesn't show, but I know I've watched a couple episodes. Ugh, yeah, that was a weird show.
You're gonna watch all of it.
No, why?
It's only 13 episodes. Just get over the weird drooly part.
All right.
That's
All right. I added it to the queue.
All right. So I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch the anime you don't get, and you're gonna watch that. And it sucks because that anime is twice as long as the other one.
I guarantee. I don't think you're gonna finish that. If you can like power through it, like good for you. But like, I just the show's so boring. It'll lull you to sleep like a lull in the sea.
That was super boring. Pretty, but just very slow.
So
I got the episode 5.
Okay, so it's slow, and then halfway through the season, there's like a big giant like
Time
curveball.
jump.
Yeah, there's a big giant. That's one way to put it. And everything changes, and that's when it gets really interesting. I know that's literally 13 episodes. That's like 13 episodes in. It's a whole show. I know that's a big investment, but everything pays off. There's like a couple episodes that are just like the payoff is worth all those episodes to me.
It's like a lull in the sea, like a lull me to sleep.
Me and Kathleen love that show. Okay, leave us alone.
I know. I gotcha. All right. So let's move on to questions now.
Okay.
We got some good ones, and an Abe one.
And an Abe one, huh?
There you go.
Abe always has the best questions.
From Maddie, thoughts on the current HOTS meta? And she's only saying that because I played some HOTS. I have no idea what the HOTS meta is because I don't play that game. I just pick characters that I found interesting. That's it. B-Cops, with the rumors about a new possible Parasite Eve game circulating, what other dormant Square properties from the PS1 era do you think should get a revival? Final Fantasy Tactics!
Come on! Come on!
Come on! Alright, what else is there?
I mean,
It's
Chrono,
weird,
Chrono, like the Chrono series. The last one we got was Chrono Cross.
No, because I'm thinking of a game. I don't know if it's SquareSoft though. Let me see.
Well, say it, and I'll let you know.
Legend of Legaia.
That I don't think that's Square. I think Sony published that game. I don't know who made it though.
Let's see.
I mean, what, Xenogears? I mean, we've had.
Oh yeah, Xenogears. They need to remake Xenogears.
That'd be pretty cool.
It just randomly it ends. It created it. It did the #1 worst sin of every JRPG and had no epilogue. It's the worst.
The worst. It didn't end. It just stopped.
No, it ended. It just didn't. It ends, and then you don't know what happens afterwards.
Okay.
Like you need to know what happens. It did what Vesperia Xbox 360 did. I don't know if PS3 version does that, but Vesperia does not have an epilogue either. It just ends.
Interesting.
And Tales games usually have epilogues, or a scene that happens at the end.
A post-credit scene, at least. Give me a post-credit scene.
Yeah, exactly.
At the very least.
Squaresoft. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics, of course. I'm blanking on Squaresoft games, man.
I mean, so there was Final Fantasy, Squaresoft, Saga Frontier. Saga Frontier is a terrible series. That game can stay dead. Yeah,
Isn't
Parasite
there a new Saga coming out.
It's romancing Saga, I think. I don't know. I don't understand why those games keep coming out. They're not good. Yeah, another actual good Parasite Eve would be awesome.
Not Third Birthday.
Yeah, Third Birthday was trash. It took mechanics from Mind Jack for people that remember that game. Like there's this mechanic where you you teleport in other people's bodies and take them over. You're not even playing as Aya Brea for most of the game. It's really weird.
Breath of Fire.
That's Capcom. That's Capcom.
Really?
Yeah. But I agree with you. That would be good.
Because it says Square. Dragon Slayer is Nihon Falcom.
Yeah, I mean, Front Mission was like a turn-based strategy game. That went all over the place. That was like an Armored Core game, and now they're rebooting it with that Left Alive game. It's sort of like a stealth action game. It looks like it looks like they really want to be Metal Gear Solid. It's like, how close can we be Metal Gear Solid without calling it Metal Gear Solid?
Here we go. Super Mario RPG.
Ooh, there you
go. Yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics 2, of course.
A lot of people liked Vagrant Story. That never really got a sequel. I never played it, but I've heard good things. I remember Casey, Connor's buddy, liked it a lot.
Vagrant Story, yeah.
Valkyrie Profile. I know there was a PS2 one, but
yeah, it's a sequel. Unlimited Saga. Legend of Mana.
Another Legend game, yeah, that'd be cool.
Mana game.
Or Mana game, yes. Excuse me.
Maybe a new, instead of Left Alive, Left Alive. It's just another Front Mission SRPG game.
Just a straight up Front Mission.
Yeah,
that'd be
cool. We need more SRPGs and giant mech SRPGs.
Agreed.
Rad Racer.
Yeah, I love that they made that. That's funny.
All right. Let's go to the next question. From Darisham, I'm currently playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Switch and loving it. The portability of the Switch pairs perfectly with the RPG elements of the game. Do you think that the Nintendo Switch is the best console available to play JRPGs? And if not, which one is?
So I'm not sure if I understand this question. So is he saying it has the best library, or like literally the console itself, like the act of playing the console is the best?
Either or?
Well, let's do both. So it definitely doesn't have the best library. I think we've debated this, but I think PS4 right now probably has the best library. And if not, it's very quickly going to accumulate the best library. But as far as playing it, I do like how you can take it with you and then put it on the TV. That is just, no console has that. So I do like that ability. So as far as like the physical act of playing it, I like it. What I need to get is, you know how Connor had one of those like little holder things for his Vita? So it was like a controller, like it had grips on it.
Yeah.
I saw this Switch grip thing, and people really like it. And I think I want to get it because sometimes if I play too long, my hands kind of hurt. And the kickstand on mine is broke, so I constantly have to like hold it from just like flapping, if that makes sense. That's kind of annoying to hold. It's a little underpowered, which is unfortunate, but
see, the thing is, you're not going to get these. I mean, you're going to get nice looking games, but you're not going to get the nice looking games on from the PS4 and PC you're going to put out.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Switch is starting to shape up to be a very good JRPG system because it's bringing all these old ones back to play on it.
Mm-hmm.
So back, where are you? Right now, the best JRPG system, in my opinion, is the Vita.
Really? Because it has the PS1 classics on there?
It has PS1 classics. It has a decent amount of JRPGs on its own, if you could handle the frames sometimes. But it has a bunch of PSP games, and the PSP games has PSP games as well. The PSP is also a system you should have if you like JRPGs.
Yeah, that was a really overlooked system for JRPGs.
Like, here's my Vita. It's dirty. And I want to see if it's even turn-onable. It's not. It's dead. So once I beat Xenogears, I'm done.
Yeah.
But in my humble opinion, back in the day, the best, if you want to play all the a lot of classic JRPGs and current gen, well, not anymore current gen, but the best combo was the Vita or PSP with a PS3. That's where you got all your JRPGs from. Of course, people are going to fight me and it's like, what about the DS? And everyone's like, yes, the DS and 3DS have amazing JRPGs on it as well. But if you want a big bulk of JRPGs, those are what you want to get.
Yeah, the thing with the DS and the 3DS is there's like the top is really strong, and then there's like a pretty big gap between the rest of everything else.
Yeah.
So
there are a lot of good games. They're just, they're rare and hard to get. Or they got remade on 3DS. Like Radiant Historia. Great game. Everyone needs to play it. But yes, the Switch is shaping up to be really good. Because it's probably not going to get the brand new Tales game. Maybe. But I don't think it is. It's probably going to get it's going to get its own exclusive, which is probably going to be a remake of some sort.
Yep.
And it's also getting Grandia, which is awesome. And it's getting a lot of Final Fantasies that porting over to it, including 12, which is crazy. So
I wonder how that's going to run.
Yeah, me too. So it just depends. It's hard on the Switch because it could be a very poor port, or it could run just fine. We just don't know.
Yeah.
But at least they're not censored.
Oh,
Sony.
There was one. There's one game that's coming out that I'm worried is going to get censored to hell and back. Is that Catherine remaster? Yeah,
but they said the guys from Catherine said they're not getting censored.
They said they did as much as they could to avoid the white rays or whatever, the white light. Yeah. So, I mean, that game it's sexy and whatever, but it really is not that bad. It doesn't like show boobs or anything, so I don't really think.
Does this show under boob or side boob or anything like that? I think it does. And for some reason, because that's what they're censoring in freaking Necropara in the PS4 version. Because there's no nudity in that game in the console versions, but there was too much side boob. Got to get some white and more steam to it. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sony, get your act together. Stop being Puritans. Just
get some help.
Let the weebs get their rocks off, man.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, Switch, very good system, but if you can get a Vita and a PS3. My Travis 13, since quite a few modern JRPGs are inspired by Western RPGs, for better or for worse, what aspects of a JRPG would you want to in a Western RPG like The Witcher or a BioWare game?
That's an interesting question. So here are the staples of JRPGs besides the art style, right? Like, so Western RPGs typically go for more photorealistic art style, but most Western RPGs are like fantasy, like the Tolkien fantasy. They're real, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. There aren't any big budget RPGs that take place in Tokyo or Japan at all, outside of the upcoming Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm super excited about. Just the setting, like how long have we talked about like an Assassin's Creed game in ancient Japan? That would be awesome.
Okay, you're talking about ancient Japan. You just said Tokyo, so I'm like, what? There's a bunch of games at Tokyo.
But in like modern Tokyo, I think that is just a cool setting as well, for an RPG. So that would be cool, like a murder mystery type game or something.
So a Western, Witcher-like game in modern Tokyo.
That would be neat. Or like I said, ancient Japan with ninjas and samurais and stuff, which I think is what Ghost of Tsushima is going to end up being. But still,
a lot of Western RPGs tend to do the "you are the character." I hate that. I hate that so much because that means the story is going to be weaker. The Witcher does not. Witcher does not. You are the Witcher. You're Geralt.
Right.
So that means the story is focused on him, and the story is told way better that way. So, if one aspect of JRPGs is that there's a specific main character.
Yeah.
So Western RPG should take some games should do that more often, like The Witcher. Actually, I want a cartoon art style. It doesn't have to be anime. It could be cartoon.
Yeah, mix up the art style a little bit.
Like a unique art style. That would be cool. Over the top. Would you want over the top moves? Because a lot of them are not really over the top.
Yeah, they're pretty grounded. I don't know if that's what I like. I mean, it has its charm in JRPGs, but I think that can stay.
How about a non-open world Western RPG? Come on, do it. Do it.
Like more of like a guided linear, kind of like what Dragon Quest does.
Dragon Quest is
wide open, or like wide linear, I guess is maybe a better way to put it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. You gotta do that.
Yep.
Because I don't like. It's like, okay, so there's a story happening, but hey, explore this world while your girlfriend's getting kidnapped. Okay.
So Zelda.
Yeah, I don't like that. Abram, a normal question from Abe. I'm approaching FF7 on my playthrough of the Final Fantasy series, so I'm wondering if it would be a good idea to wait for the remake or just play the original. My older brother and cousins want me to wait for the remake so I can experience the game without any biased opinions and solely judge it from the remake without any context of the original.
We get this question quite a bit, or not a bit, but more often than not. Because Maddie's kind of asked us the same thing. I think she's going to play the remake first. Because so here's the
doesn't
thing
play
about
JRPGs anymore, so
playing Tokyo Xanadu right now.
I know, which is amazing, right?
I know. So I think. So here's the thing with 7. It was a moment in time, I feel like. I mean, it's still good now. Like, I know you played it after the fact, but like, it was one of those it was like a game-changing game. Like, there wasn't really a game like that at the time. I mean, we had 3D RPGs, but like, that changed everything. So that is really the importance of 7, and like, there's a lot of nostalgia around it, and whether it's a good game and it has a good story and good characters and holds up, whatever, is like, it's hard to argue, because like, it's hard to argue with people's nostalgia and memories, because that was a lot of people's first JRPG or first RPG, really. I know it was for me, so that's a tough question.
Well, Abe has been playing all the old classic Final Fantasies, so I think he could handle that.
Oh yeah, I think the oldness, I think that holds up way better than 5 or 6, as far as playability. But whether or not you should wait for the remake, see, I don't know.
I don't even know when we're getting the remake.
Different. I don't either. 20. I bet you it's not. It's a PS5 game at this point for sure.
2020.
22. Yeah, I think 2020. Spring 2020, or we could be like, boom, Game Awards, Final Fantasy 7 out spring.
Hey, we might actually see it since it's not going to be at PSX. You don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
But he did say, Tetsu did say that after Kingdom Hearts 3 is
the
done,
priority is 7. Yeah,
it's priority 7. So
yeah, it's discouraging to hear people rag on it, because I'm just like, I just want it to be good. I just want it to be like decent, because like, I just want to be in that world. That's all I care about. Like, the way they remake things, or like the way they redo the story, how they tell the story, the combat, like all of that's going to be tolerable. I just want to be in that world, be in Gold Saucer and Cosmo Canyon and Midgar. Like, I just want to see what that looks like.
You just want it to be your Tales of Destiny DC, don't you?
Exactly.
See, at least you're getting yours in English.
Yep. So to answer Abe's question, I don't know.
Yeah. To be honest, if you want to wait that long, because you probably want to.
True.
Yeah, if you want to wait that long, I don't know. I mean, it would be pretty cool for you to do that, but you want to play all the Final Fantasies, play it. I mean, you could get.
Oh, go ahead.
You could get through it within like 20 to 30, 40 hours. So.
Yeah, it's not that long, relatively speaking. But I think part of the appeal of remakes is also like seeing what's different, because like that's what I'm excited to see in Resident Evil 2 remake is, what did they change? What's different about it? How does it look all fancied up? So having not played the original, I feel like ruins that a little bit. So I don't know. My answer would be play it and then play the remake, just for the novelty of seeing what changed. So that would be my recommendation, because you have no idea how they're going to do the remake. They've been talking about changing scenarios and like doing things differently and all that. So
releasing 3 games, which obviously they're not going to do anymore.
Yeah, see, they haven't talked about that aspect in a long time. I wonder if it's just one game.
Yeah, probably going to be one game. Yeah, play it. Just play it.
Play it. It's fine.
Just play it. All right, and this is the final question, which I have no idea what it means. It's from Spaghetti. What are your top 3 Hurricane Power rankings?
I don't even know how to answer that question.
Me neither. I don't know what it is. So he's probably gonna have to re-answer or resend this question next week.
My top hurricanes gotta be Katrina. Showed New Orleans who's boss. Showed them what's up, and then it's gotta be Hurricane Irma, just because it's a funny name, and then Hurricane Michael because it just happened. Top 3 power rankings.
Top 3 hurricanes is the California wildfires. Yeah, I have no idea. Sorry, Spaghetti. I just don't know. I don't get it.
Oh, I don't get it.
I don't get it. But that will be it for this week's episode of Giant Sword Podcast. Thank you for listening. Next week, hopefully there's a lot more news. I don't think so. I think the news is 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks away, yeah.
2 weeks from now it's going to be the news. But let's get on. Let's get some JRPG playing, Taylor, done. Let's try to get some done. Since you finished your special thing Now you can play games again.
Yeah, we could talk about that on the next episode because it'll be, done out by then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below if you're watching on YouTube. Just if you have any questions. Join our Discord for all that awesome JRPG, anime, and Neko Girl talk. And thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. See ya.